Well, I went a little unprepared for. I'm currently working on a thing. Hey guys, it's Blue Mold. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being
actually
like so
works
short.
perfectly.
Okay. I'm working on who's watching the stream right now? I'm sorry, I haven't even looked at the dashboard yet. Already distracted, great start. So I don't know who's watching outside of me at the moment. This is stream 2. This is stream 2. Okay, so I've got that and live now. Pen. And okay, so hello there, people. Hello, hello, hello. So what are we doing? We are editing a video. So this is that looks okay. I wish it would be a little bit just slightly good, but that looks as an ending. Now we need to figure out. Hey guys, it's Blue. Okay, we'll have a split here. So, hey guys, it's Blue. And we'll have it fade in. So, hey guys, it's Blue Mold. I'm sorry about yesterday. Hey guys, it's Blue Mold. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short.
What is going on now?
Hey guys, it's Blue Mold. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday.
What's going on here?
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about Hey guys, it's Blue Mode.
It's a freeze frame.
Hey guys, Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode.
What is going on right there? There's like one freeze frame thing that I did not add. Is that in the original? If that's in the original, that's a problem.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about
No, it's not in the original, so I don't know what's going on here. What the fuck? We'll back up some. So.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry.
I think it was just a bad cut, maybe.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about
Yeah, it was for some reason the cut did it. I don't know why.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. Hey guys, it's Blue.
Okay, we'll split it here and maybe that'll work.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about
Alright, and now let's try to throw in a fade in from black.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's
What
video.
is going on there?
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video.
Something odd with the.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being.
It's something's going on with that. Okay, so that's not a good spot.
Hey guys.
We'll try here. So.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about
Wait, hold up. Why is it doing that? Why is it? Hold up. Okay, so when it's like this, it's all connected. But then.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about
So if we split it here.
I'm sorry about yesterday's video being.
Okay, and we add in.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short. Unless I wind up. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short. Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna first off we're gonna back up.
Hey guys.
Okay, we'll put the split here. Because it really doesn't matter. Does it? No, it doesn't even matter if we split it in the first place. I can literally just. Because it looks like the visual effect happens the same way no matter what I do. So it doesn't matter.
Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about Hey guys, it's Blue Mode. I'm sorry about yesterday's video being like so short. Unless I wind up putting it as part of this. I don't know.
Okay. And then.
Sure.
Huh?
Sure. We're all on, eh? What you got against, like, white and black, Larry? Racist.
Okay. Why is Elizabeth gotta be green? God.
Sure. Ah!
Huh?
Sure. Ah!
Okay, that looks... I don't get what's going on right here.
How?
Come on, let me through. I got him.
Just give me Elizabeth.
Huh?
Sure. Ah!
That looks fine. And that looks fine now. Huh?
Sure. Ah!
Hey guys! But why? Why does it throw... Is that what's going on?
How?
Come on, let me through. I got him.
Just give me Elizabeth. Ah!
Hey guys, it's Bloom. Crap. God dang it, Nix. Why? Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I have arrived.
Hey! I'm trying to edit the videos together. I'm trying to split them up and everything and add like little effects.
Sure. Ah! Man, I am
And-
still broken.
I know. I'm recording it. I'm pulling the episodes apart and splitting them.
Gotcha. Man, good but bad times.
Let's see. Play Co-op Plex Part 3. Oh no, Part 4. I need to figure out a name for this. This is when we got to... This is from when you came back initially to when you got Chirp. So this was like... We still had...
What point
We
are
still had that.
into
We still had that family.
Okay, yeah. Let's just call it, I don't know. What happened during the thing?
This is before we wound up doing that one thing with the wall. This was we just remember those ladders
Yeah.
that like we had to like go around like parkour up with them and everything, and we had to like throw stuff with those ladders.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
think.
yeah. It was those ladders with like the little edges that I could walk on and throw the blocks to you.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that's about where this is. It's like right after that.
Ooh.
So I don't know what to name it. I can
Neither
name
do
it.
I.
What was the brown wolf's name?
Rupert.
Rupert. I'm going to name it Elizabeth and Rupert.
Elizabeth and Rupert. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and pop out the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I just listened to it. If that's the case.
Don't mind me.
featuring Flame. Save. So that's going to take a bit to save, because that's 30 minutes, and I added a couple edits to have it fade in and out at the beginning and end. Just slight little change adjustments. What? No, it didn't.
Stream's lagging.
How severely?
Like it's buffering. Ah, it's back.
It's back. Maybe my computer can't handle streaming and updating at the same time.
Maybe not. Yeah, no, I don't think it can.
God damn it. Well, shit. Yeah, no, it can't. Alright,
No.
cancel. I'll do that again some other time. That's not gonna work. I hoped it would.
What we doing for this time? For this stream?
What are we doing for this stream?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Civ! We need a new game.
I'm gonna be honest, I really do not like multiplayer Civ.
Ah!
Like, it's fun, but the AI does not look, like, at all the way it's supposed to.
How?
Because they never approach you with anything. And I'm one of those players who sits back and let the AI pretty much take control. While I build up a ton of stuff and... Well, it's not working on my end or FlamePelt's end.
It's like, I get where you're coming from, because the first time I've seen AI approach me in Civ was whenever the Siamese approached me, because my borders were getting too big. And then I slaughtered them with the help of America, so...
Yeah. It's never happened once for me. The only time I've had a situation in multiplayer where the AI actually did something that drove me to, like really respond.
Reaction.
Yeah, that drove me to actually have an actual reaction to it was when it was in the same game. What was it? Poland, I think it was. Poland spied on me. And because I was guarded with them, I pretty much had to declare war. But the issue was that my entire army was over trying to help you. So I wound up skipping it and was like, I'll declare war later. I don't know why YouTube is saying video output is low. I'm sorry. It should.
It's working for me.
I don't know then.
Dude.
So there's going to be 8 parts to that Let's Play. I've counted it and everything.
Nice.
There's the first 3 sections, which is the first map, the Insanity Fail, and the first bit of the second map.
Nice.
And then the last part, which by the way was 2.5 hours,
Lord,
is getting split into 5. Is going to be split into 5 different episodes.
Alrighty then.
That was hell on a stick.
Yep.
We did that for longer than the live stream's going to be.
Yeah.
Just that last bit alone.
I'm still broken.
I'm still just...
I'm still trying to, like, process what happened.
I'm in shock still.
Yeah.
I don't think he was kidding about the whole psychological trauma thing, because I think we've got it.
See, but it's not the fact that...
Yeah, you're the only one active, Kylie.
Yeah, it's not the fact that it was the emotional trauma that we killed a family. It's the fact that that puzzle broke our minds.
The one with all the bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
That was insane. Hey, Random.
I feel like that was harder than the entire puzzle on its own.
The puzzle on its own was, yeah, the bridges were probably the hardest part of the entire map, that one area.
And then after 30 minutes, we're like, oh wait, flip this, hey, look at that, we're good.
That is actually a, random, it's a Let's Play we're talking about that is going to be going up over the next few days. Actually, part 1. Actually, I might put up part 1 today, right after the stream. We're specifically talking about a section that doesn't happen until like part 6 or 7, so.
And when will that be up?
Well, considering I'm going to be doing one every day.
So 6 days from now.
Yeah. So today, tomorrow, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Thursday or Friday, maybe the worst case scenario is Saturday for what we're talking about, because that's when the Let's Play is going to be over.
Alright.
But yeah, honestly, having played it, the only thing I'd really change about the map is maybe give, like a hint or something, or, well,
Give a hint, like, what you're supposed to do. Because, like, we didn't realize it was all about lever patterns and configurations until, like, at least 30 minutes after.
Yeah, I do feel like there should be some form of leeway in that room, like some hint. To, like, say... Well, but then again, there were signs that, like, said A and B and C and all that stuff.
Yeah, but still.
Maybe just have a sign underneath, like, maybe have the thing called Bridge Control A, or did they do that?
Yeah, they did. Each lever had a sign that said Bridge Control A, Bridge Control B. But it's all about the patterns. Basically make it more, like, known what you're supposed to do. How to do that, I don't know.
I don't know how to do it. The more I think about it, the more I think maybe we're just dumb.
Yeah.
And just could not figure it out.
Option.
Like, maybe they gave us everything they could give us.
Because, remember...
Without making it too easy.
Larry did say that those were the maps that were decided to be too hard. I don't know.
He did give us that
just it
warning. He
being
did
like,
give us
hey,
that warning.
I don't know if that's it actually saying that these were going to be put into the story, but these were too hard, or if that's just Larry saying, "Oh, like we're just saying this just to drive the story forward."
I think it's a mix of both. I actually do think they will
because we know it's doable because well we did it.
I know the last one. I do know for a fact the last one was definitely supposed to be the ending from the get-go. The first one and the second one, I believe those, I don't know about the first one.
The monster clearing, it should have, okay, I'm
the
gonna be honest.
monster clearing was...
So, it was such a relief.
We knew what to do, the only issue was the sheer amount of monsters.
Yeah, the blazes were overwhelming.
That's when we went from puzzle to just straight up combat CTM stuff for a bit. Freaking... I don't know. I know the last one for a fact was definitely not ever going to be in the main chambers.
I feel like to get out of the map it took way too long.
I honestly don't think the first one was going to be in there originally either. Because we did kind of have that training thing with the zombies, where we had to do that same thing. So I don't think, unless that one was going to be it, I really think, I think in the end it was just Larry saying it. I don't think they were actual rejects.
Huh.
The only one that could have
possibly been... But Larry was
been,
not mistaken when everything...
Thinking about it, the only one that could have possibly been an actual reject was the second one.
The bridges?
The bridges. Because the first one, we have that whole zombie level. So, if it was a reject, it would have been after that. But remember, that whole zombie thing was towards the end, I think.
Yeah.
It was later on. So I think that one... So, I'm not... That one's unlikely to be an actual reject. And in the third one, there's just no way. Because he would not put in just a straight-up monster combat fighting situation like that. Unless it was, like, the very last one. And at that point, well... It just would not fit anywhere. So, that one... could not be an actual reject. And if it was a reject of... before they made the story, and then once he started coming up, he realized he couldn't fit it. The only one that I could actually see being a legit reject of the map being in its final version and everything, but then he decides like, oh, this isn't gonna work. The only one I can see like that type of the typical reject is the second one. The other ones I don't believe, which makes me believe, and I can't say this for a fact, but I believe those three were not actual rejects.
Fair enough. But let's be real, Larry was not mistaken whenever he was saying that those were the hardest ones. Except for
number
third
3.
one.
Yeah, the third one was a little... He wasn't joking about 1 and 2. Especially not 2.
The only issue that we had with the third one, like you said, it was just the sheer amount of... It was just the sheer numbers.
Yeah, there was a crazy amount of monsters. The first one... We had... the first one was actually not that bad. Mm-hmm. The only real problem with it was that we had to, like, guide a skeleton.
Yeah.
I do think there should probably be something hinting towards that we need to bring a skeleton along.
I don't even think that was a way to do it.
No, I think they could have set aside like... They could have had like some semi-cryptic thing like... Players, like you could say players aren't the only things that can stand on pressure plate. That can stand on stone pressure plates or something like that. Have a sign saying something like that and it would have been perfect. I feel like something like that could have been done. Number 2 was ridiculously hard, but I really think a lot of that was just us being dumb. I'm not that one I don't know how that could be fixed. The only real problem I can see out of those 3 is the first one. Needed like some, even though we figured it out relatively quickly, or I did, I still feel like it needs like a little bit of a hint. Otherwise, I don't have too many complaints about it. It was a good map overall. It was really. It
was a really good map.
Especially I don't know what I liked more. The fact. My favorite part of it was when, like, we did that same freaking first level.
Yeah.
The very first
level, it was just
like,
we go through one way, you flip a switch, door opens, I flip another switch, door on your side opens, and then we just walk through.
That same level, that very first level, showed up like 5 or 6 different times.
But, like, one thing where it would never
no matter how many times we did it, we still couldn't get it right just immediately.
Yeah.
Because something would still fucking go wrong, no matter what we did.
I think it was the sheer fact that our timing is just off.
Timing is just an issue sometimes. But there was that one time where we placed 2 torches at exactly the same time at the end.
Yeah, that was great.
That was awesome. You didn't even comment on it. You were just like, okay. You just kept going. And I was just like,
honestly, I was so done with it by that point.
You were just too done. I was
just too done.
Dude, I can't wait until we do Corona Trials.
Yeah.
And
especially since we don't have a time limit on it.
Yeah, so now we can actually try to find that second emerald.
Yeah.
And actually make progress. And now we kind of have seen a little bit of the map.
And actually find that freaking third dungeon. Or the second one, I think it was.
The second rule? Oh, I found it, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, while you were gone, like not long after you left, I decided to do a little bit of walking around, and I just came across it.
Wow.
It was underneath a tree.
Wow.
I waited like 10 minutes for you to come back, because what I was going to do What? There was no like actual like dungeon associated with it. It was literally like dug into a tree, just randomly.
Wow.
Yeah. Within that mushroom area. What I was gonna do is I waited 2 minutes for this. Was that I was actually like I was standing in front of you with like my pickaxe and I was gonna be like, dude, look what I found, and I just scroll over and boom, wall.
Wow.
Yeah, but in the end, things just did not work out that way, and the timer just pissed me off too much, and I was just, nope. Because apparently refreshing it counted as leaving. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's why I was like, nope, fuck that. So that's why I up and left.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was like, nope, fuck that. So, now that we actually have a proper server,
We should be able to just do it fine.
yeah, and now we can focus on trying to find that second emerald before we go into the valley. Because I want to do each area one at a time if we can.
Yeah.
So like that second emerald, find that before we move on to the valley, so on and so forth. Not do that first deep purple wall before the magenta one, which shouldn't be a problem now that we know where the magenta one is. Are we just gonna call that wall from now on the Larry wall?
Let's just call it the Larry Wall.
Every single time we find it, we're just like, oh no,
Oh, gosh.
no,
Flashbacks, bridges.
bridges, oh no. Flashback to when we built that one bridge and then everything just still fell apart anyway.
Yep.
With the tree. Flashback. Flashback to when I thought it was a good idea to like take out the wood from the fireplace. Turned out it was trapped.
Turns out you blew up our only means for shelter,
There was one piece of shelter in the entire region,
and you blew it up.
and I found a trap that blew up the entire thing. Yeah. So we know what we're doing for a little bit for the next Let's Play as well.
For like the first episode or two.
Maybe the first 4 episodes, I want to say. Because if we're doing 30-minute episodes,
Fair enough.
so maybe the first 4 episodes, because I know we could probably do the first region in the time limit of 30 minutes. We can definitely do that.
Yeah.
The first region, and we can do the Victory Monument stuff. We can do all that within the first episode. Or if that might be pushing it, all the Victory Monument stuff, but we can at least get to the Victory Monument if that first region done.
Yeah.
Finding Emerald 2, we have no idea how that's going to work.
We have zero clue where to even begin.
The valley, now that we know what we're looking for, and know
We
where
should
we're
be able to
looking,
clear it out pretty well.
yeah, that might still be a 2 to 3 episode thing. The valley, because we know where the wall is and we know where one of the emeralds are. I also did find a second emerald, but I can't remember where I found it. But we
Wasn't it,
still
like, in a
need to
waterfall?
spend. Oh yeah, it was in a waterfall because I saw that light and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
oh,
seeing that too.
yeah, that light. So we know what 2 of the 3 emeralds are, but so it'll probably be 2 to 3 episodes getting those. Not 3, 2. Getting the wall because we have to find it again, which wouldn't be too big of a problem with me because I know where it is. And to get to the 2 emeralds, to clear out everything and to kind of light stuff up and get a basic idea. That might be an episode right there, maybe 2. Just to keep looking around. Then we're going to need time to find that 3rd emerald that we still haven't found in that region. And then the other dungeon that we did, the deep dark dungeon, I think it was called.
Yeah.
That is definitely a 1 episode thing. That won't take longer than 1.
The only issue I have with that dungeon is just the sheer numbers. Because you are given no time to breathe. You're thrown into a room, 5 different rooms. Actually, I think it's like 3, with just full with creepers.
Yeah. But there's a shield I found at one point. I know how to
Yeah.
craft a shield now too.
Yeah.
So once we find iron, I could do that.
Honestly,
or
our greatest chance to
whatever
find
else.
iron is by killing a zombie.
That's probably our best chance for iron early on. We also do need to get an iron block and gold and diamond and all that stuff.
Yeah, we can get lapis and coal, no problem.
Lapis and coal, that's easy. Coal we can get just from the first area, done. And lapis we can just get from finding chests with enchantment stuff.
Oh my gosh, I will never appreciate chests with lapis and enchant bottles ever again. Sick.
So we need to figure all that stuff out, and yeah, and then the other map ideas I had was that I don't want to open it because I also have the IP to the server in there. Hold up, I got this. I'm gonna black screen it real fast. I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna unseen. So these are the ones that we're looking at right now. The Corona Trials, which is the one we did earlier. That's actually the fourth one in the series.
Oh.
That's not even the first one. That's because I chose that one, the fourth one, because it is the Sky Factory. I don't want to do mods.
No.
You don't
no
like
mods.
Okay, no mods. We're not doing mod stuff. So not
Because my
Sky
computer
Factory.
can't handle it.
Okay, yeah, then definitely no mods. So we're not doing Sky Factory. But Corona Tiles is the fourth one in the series. The reason why I chose that one over 1, 2, and 3 was because that one's the easiest, and it's a really good new, like a beginner CTM kind of thing. And we're kind of both beginners when it comes to not doing it without cheating. Case in point when we spawned in food.
Yeah.
So
we were too impatient. We just wanted to see what there was to see.
Yeah,
Because,
really. That part of CTMs is being more patient and being more.
I feel like we could have done it better if the people who made it didn't make the area so freaking awesome.
Well, hey, that's not our that's not a problem. We get to look at a really
Yeah.
awesome area. So that's the fourth one. The other ones I had in mind for us to do is the first 3 of the Untold Tales series. So 1, 2, and 3. Then there's a CTM card from Ashes Reborn, and then there's a CTM I found called Rubik's Cube Survival, which looks interesting. So yeah.
Good times. Lots of maps.
Lots and lots of maps. So, oh, I can just click don't save. Done! Oh my god, okay. So, for the live stream, what could we do?
Minecraft. It's the only thing we have.
Not really. I do have the ability to black out a screen for a second and do a thing that I used to do way back in January with my live streams, and that is fuck around with Google Maps.
Ooh, maybe. Oh, we can do you remember the idea where?
Let's do it. Let's do
the
it. Strategy
Okay, let's
idea. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay,
Open
so
Google
this is
Maps.
an idea that we came up with like a full month ago. Where
I came up with, boy.
well, he came up with it, and we came up
Give
with it
credit where credit is due.
a full month ago. We came up with it, and the idea is that both of us are really good at strategy. So what we do is we try to figure out. We come up with a fake scenario. It could be literally anything. It could be probably not Nerf game stuff because that's local.
Yeah.
Unless we made a new Nerf game fake thing somewhere else, like if we had one that took place in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Yeah, freaking.
Actually, that would not be a bad place.
What did
Look at Rock Springs, Wyoming, like those roads though.
Dim roads, though.
They are
navigation in Google Earth. I'll be fine. No, I won't.
I should probably open up Google Earth. Actually, that'd be a good idea.
Ah, that's Discord, not Google Earth.
Discord is very different from Google Earth.
Only slightly. What is it called? Something Wyoming?
Something Wyoming. I was just making a joke though. Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Rock Springs? It's Rock Springs, Texas.
Well, I found it. It's if you zoom in on Wyoming and then zoom in on Highway 80, it's kind of near the. It's southern Wyoming.
Southern Wyoming, yeah, I know. I'm zooming in on it now.
Okay.
Man, Wyoming's a very gray place.
Wyoming is so gray. Like, oh god. Oh crap. Okay. Look at this.
Yeah.
This would actually be a really good place for something. I just chose it randomly, and oh my god, this is impressive.
I'm looking at it with the radar, because that's what I do, because it's more topography.
Mm-hmm.
And there is zero natural green. It's all just gray and brown.
Yeah, there's like very little.
No offense to people who live in Wyoming.
Your
state name is very fun to say.
Your state sucks. I mean, you've got the fun to say name, but yeah. But you know what? Let's ruin that too. You know what else has a fun name to say? Vermont.
Okay.
Well, not Vermont so much. New Hampshire.
Hampshire.
Hampshire. For some reason that's a fun one to say. I don't know why. So, scenario.
Let's stop talking about state names that are fun to say.
Alright.
Scenario. Somebody come up with a scenario in the chat, but is anybody even active in the chat?
Oh no, some scenario to fuck around with. Not something involving the Alaska Highway. Oh god.
Just thinking about it. Flashbacks. I'm just gonna put it in the Discord chat.
What about maybe it doesn't even have to be in the US at all. We can just zoom in on Turkey and do something with Turkey if we wanted to.
Why Turkey? Why is the Earth like okay? My Earth, Asia's vertical. It's not horizontal. How do I change this?
Middle mouse and then drag it around, and that changes the direction.
Middle mouse? Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold down the middle mouse button.
Why are you like this, Google Earth?
No offense. You live in Pennsylvania? Everybody lives in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Like what the hell?
I have noticed that. What to do?
We can do a scenario that actually happened. Australia trying to kill its bird population. And actually...
the emu wars? I watched a video on that. That's hilarious.
This is a game in of itself. Fun, figure out
honestly.
interesting scenarios.
Without trying to offend a country.
I would say, what if, like, Britain tried to take back the US, but... Maybe.
Because honestly, they need to hurry up and get on that with the state of affairs nowadays.
Yeah, please, take us over.
Hold up, I need to look at this thing.
Long live the king. Reunite the British colonies. Colonies.
I wonder if the British still call us the colonies, like whenever people visit. That'd be funny. But also highly offensive. Because, like, do we need to beat you again?
So... should we do... UK versus US war?
Maybe. See, with the way because like the only reason the revolution wasn't like 90% naval is because we didn't have a navy. But because of how strong our navies are, I feel like that war would be 90% naval. Because the war's gonna come to, they know the war's gonna come down to who controls the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, that is going to be pretty much the war. Whoever controls the ocean can make the land invasion. And because our navy is stronger than the British Navy at this point, that is an odd thing to say. Our navy is superior to the British. I mean, we do have the biggest navy in the world. But, like, I'm pretty sure that's a fact.
Maybe.
The British Navy's really good, don't get me wrong.
I feel like the British Navy goes for power, quality over quantity sort of thing.
Maybe, yeah. They still have a very strong navy. Don't get me wrong. It's not. They're not even remotely weak. They're very, very powerful. But I do think.
Give them the home advantage. They could ice us.
I do think on a naval war, the U.S. would either win. They'd win, but it would be a hard fight. I think.
Yeah.
And I think by that point, both sides would already be.
Thing. It'd be where we didn't win. They just get sick of fighting us. They just get sick of the process.
I think the issue with a war today between us would be mostly naval, and I think by the end, I think we would win in the end, but by the end of that, we'd just be too exhausted to even try.
We'd be beyond crippled.
We'd be very crippled. We'd be just too exhausted to even try. It would be a hollow victory. It's a what's the point episode, pretty much. Yeah. So there's that. The U.S. wins, but barely, and it's all naval. The U.S.
wins, but we are crippled beyond belief.
It's all naval, or mostly naval. I mean, we could do a little bit of a scenario with the Azores, but otherwise, no, we couldn't because the Azores is Portugal. Never mind. That would be neutral territory. What?
I don't know
the hell? As of October, oh, that is old as fuck.
What happened?
Google Earth was detecting a hurricane near Spain, and I was like, "What the fuck is December?" Only to find out that the hurricane it was detecting was Hurricane Ophelia from October.
Nice.
Yeah, get your shit together, Google.
Maybe we could do something with, hold on, let me screw out to see the countries. Gibraltar and Morocco. Something around those lines.
Not Gibraltar and Morocco, but I do know of a... I don't know. Maybe. Because I do know of an actual situation that could legit turn into a war at some point. That's similar to that. Morocco and Spain.
I have a question. Why is the Strait of Gibraltar so clear water? Or is that just...
That's probably just Google Earth.
That's just the label system, yeah.
Yeah. The thing with Morocco and Spain is that Spain has two, like, small areas within Morocco territory. There's one just south of the Strait of Gibraltar. There's one just south of Gibraltar called Ceuta.
Where is this?
This is just south. This is like right on the other, directly on the other side of Gibraltar, of the strait.
Directly on the other side of the Strait of Gibraltar.
Yeah, it's called. The area is called Ceuta.
Ceuta.
Mm-hmm.
What does it start with?
C.
C? Oh. Looking. Should probably try to not street view, but like, not radar view, whatever it's called.
Just look it up in the box.
How do you spell it?
Ceuta. Hey, kitty.
Ceuta. Sparta.
Mm-hmm.
Click. Search. I was right next to it.
Yeah. That, okay, so that, isn't that, does that look like Morocco? What you're looking at?
That is. What do you mean? Doesn't look like Morocco?
Okay.
Yeah.
You see
It's
it?
like outside of Morocco.
That is Spain, but it's connected to Morocco. There's another area like that.
I feel like this is going to be where 99% of the fighting would be, besides in the general, besides
No,
the actual straits.
Listen. There's another area like that called Melilla that's more confusing. Because that one makes a little bit of sense. I mean, it's close to Spain. It is kind of a peninsula. This one makes literally no sense.
Where is that?
Melilla.
If you could...
M-E-L-I-L-L-A.
Hold on. Okay,
No, we're not talking about Overwatch, Kitty. We're talking about...
Just because Gibraltar is in Overwatch, we're not referring to Overwatch.
We're actually referring to real life.
How does
real
that
Gibraltar.
make any sense?
Yeah, you
Like,
see?
what is that location?
That is Spain with Morocco. And you see why I say a war could break out soon? Because that has been a serious issue with the two. Is Melilla and Ceuta.
Ceuta makes
And
sense.
you understand why they're so close to war over it, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not joking when I say Trump's wall would be nothing compared to the walls that are around those two areas.
Dang.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Those red lines are
Genuine fortified.
fully fortified military personnel board, like every 5 inches, like
Where's the...
like we're talking like almost Korean DMZ level fortifications in some areas.
Lord, where's
It
the
is
street? Do you think?
Insane. You just zoom in all the way, as far as you can go, and then you
I
drag.
don't see.
You hold the middle scroll, you drag it down, and then just zoom in all the way.
Oh, that works.
Yep. I want to go a bit above ground level just so I can see.
How do I get above the ground to do it? Well, first of all, it's not loading for me.
Well, that's the problem.
I feel like I'm sitting on the...
Oh, that's not good for Spain.
Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, be right back. Got a call.
Uh-oh. What are we doing? We're looking at, scenarios and stuff. And just talking about strategy. Because that's what we're into. So being nerds, got it. Yep. Do you have any possible scenarios we could talk about? Like... Yeah, like 2 countries go into war. But we might do states, actually. Let's do states. Or something like that. I don't know. How would they attack? How they would... Yeah, like, how they would go through stuff and, like how the war would go out. From everything from general strategy, like, oh, they'll come down this area because of the mountains and everything. Or, like, they'll be slowed down because of the mountains. Everything from super general stuff like that to specifically, here's where this detachment would be in this battle. Stuff like that.
I'm back, by the way.
Yeah.
I cannot figure out how to get out of Street View.
Isn't there a thing on the top? Right?
Oh, exit ground level view.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
Connecticut versus Tennessee.
I think it's Connecticut versus Tennessee. We'd school you.
Well, let's not do one with actual where we live. Well, we could, but let's look at the facts here. Tennessee and Connecticut, they are way too far away from each other for something like that, really.
I feel like the other states would just put us in line.
The other states would just jump in like, what the fuck are you doing? But that does give me an idea. Michigan versus Ohio.
They fought before, if I'm not mistaken.
They actually have fought in a war before against each other.
Wait a minute, did you go into Street View where you could actually see the wall in it? Because it's not working for me.
No, there's nothing like that. There's no proper Street View.
Darn it, that's stupid.
I mean, there is, but like it's not mapped in those areas. I don't think.
That's dumb.
It's not. There's not much Street View in Africa, honestly.
That's racist.
No, it's just they're mostly developing countries and stuff like that. South Africa has it, I believe. In some areas, not that many though.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you see how? Well, honestly, the middle of it is where it's all the greenery's at.
Yeah.
Michigan versus Ohio. Is that what we're doing now?
Why not? Start off with that and then see where it goes.
Yeah.
Connecticut has no militia.
I don't think any of the states actually.
I know how to use Google Earth, Kitty. I've been using it forever.
See, I'm so used to mobile Google Earth, and that's way more different.
Okay, but why is it lagging for me? Google Earth is really lagging and XSplit is picking it up as a game. Hold up. XSplit, Google Earth is not a video game. Come on.
Close this.
See, that works, but it won't let me... Is there a way to close the tour guide? Because I'm pretty sure that's causing it.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure you just click the... Yeah, you just click the tour guide name.
Okay. Is that not causing it?
Wait, what are you doing? Oh, wait. Never mind. The stream's just delayed. Like, you legit just click the words tour guide.
Yeah, it's very delayed. That was not the right Earth. Oops. See, now... I don't get it. Now it's working just fine. What the hell? It was lagging like all hell early. Not again!
What happened?
Not again! It won't actually stop. I go out for a second, and then it just stops going whenever I try to scroll the wheel.
Huh. zero clue.
Like, it doesn't like zooming in or going out. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, when I go in for a split second, it looks fine. I'm just so confused. Like, hello?
Hi.
What? Okay. See, it's going in, and I'll drag it. See, now it's going in and out just fine.
Man, Google Earth
Like, at the
strange.
moment. Because it's supposed to keep going like that. And then I come over here to, like, Toledo, for example. Let's zoom in on Toledo. Okay.
Hey, I
let's
was just
zoom out.
looking at Toledo.
Okay, let's go over to Saline, Michigan. Let's zoom in. Looking just fine. Zoom out. Okay, now it's looking fine. What the hell? Okay, alright. I guess we'll roll with it, whatever the hell was going on. It seems to have stopped.
Why does Toledo's roads look so cracked and broken? New Madrid? No.
Okay. So, I have no idea.
Only you guys can see my screen right now. I legit. It's so weird. Like, it's all, like, the pictures and all that are HD, but there's just, like, little scatters of pixels everywhere.
That's odd. Okay, so...
It looks like SEO rendered wrong.
Huh. Why? What the hell?
Why? What happened?
The fuck? There is a racetrack. A full-blown racetrack outside of the town of Sylvania. But it's in the most rural imaginable place.
Where is this located? Oh, there it is, Sylvania. Going for it. Where is it?
And it's like... It's a little bit to the northwest. Sorry.
Northwest. Is that just a big oval?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's a weird spot for one. And it's like lane too, so it's like it's lane as if it's a highway. It could be a testing grounds for paint, but I don't think so. They do that indoors, wouldn't they?
Middle Mount. There's gotta be an easier way to do Street View.
What Windows am I on? I'm on Windows 10. You might be able to join. Well, I don't know. Anyway. So...
A weird spot indeed.
How do we begin this? Because once we get this started, we
We're
just
just
keep
gonna
going.
get the ball rolling.
We're just going to get the ball rolling. But how do we get this...
Unless the highway number 1 comes along.
Oh God. Okay, so what? How do we do this? How do we begin?
How do we?
We have a nice little area to begin with. Ooh.
Are we still doing Michigan, Ohio?
If you want to do Michigan and Ohio.
See, I don't know enough about it. There are no militias, correct?
There's National Guard, but that's the only militia-like thing that we would have.
See, that's the thing, though, because, like, there's no local armed forces.
No, those don't exist anymore, no.
Exactly. So it's hard to judge how their military might would be. Because then it'd be like, hey, let's take half of the American military, then the other half of the American military, and let them fight. Like, that's the only thing we have to compare.
Well, we're not really looking for comparisons exactly here. We're looking more for the specific strategies of a war. So, I mean...
Fair enough.
I say we do it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, might as
In all reality, this would never happen in a million years.
Because even though can't really say it's already
The-
happened.
the-
A
the-
few shots were fired, and one person got hit in the leg with the stick. That was the only wound in the battle. I kid you not. I'm not joking.
It was actually a multi-battle war. There were I think 2 or 3 battles.
But nobody got injured.
No.
A few might have. I remember watching the video though.
It was in the single digits, but there were actually a few people killed.
Yeah. Huh.
I think it was like maybe 3 to 4 people killed overall. But there were some actual fatalities from the war.
Huh. Let's see here. If we're gonna be in all honesty, if there's gonna be anywhere fought, it's gonna be in Lake Erie. Erie? How do you pronounce that? Erie?
No, it wouldn't really be. There wouldn't be much naval stuff at all. I mean,
Not necessarily, but there would be a more-ish focus. But if there were gonna be any battles fought in this area, it'd be over Toledo. Because that is the city in the area, and that is whatever was mainly fought over. The only place, like the main place I could see a battle happening, would be if there were any main highways that aren't showing up because this is stupid.
there really aren't that many. There's a couple.
Like,
U.S. Highway 127 crosses near Wauldron, Michigan.
be right back again, getting another call.
Oh my god.
Be right back. Food is about to be here.
Okay. Oh, not that long then. So we're good. Okay. So... Oh no, we're not doing this shit again. No! No. Okay. It's when I'm really zoomed in for a long time, is it? No, it's doing it completely over... We're doing Google Maps. Well, Kitty, the thing is that we're specifically talking about strategy and, like, who would attack where in a war. And I'm pretty sure you're going to wind up... I am 99% certain that you are going to wind up, completely derailing the entire thing and not really helping. Alright, yeah, I have to use... It has got to be the 3D buildings. It has got to be the 3D buildings. I have to turn those off. Okay. Turn off those. We need roads. Was it the ocean? Was it the ocean stuff? No. Is it places? Because we don't need places either. What is causing it to be so dumb? So that I can't, you know, effectively zoom in or out in a basic fashion. I mean, I can do it right now. I don't know what that does. Oh, that means... Oh. That'd be boring, though. We want hills. We want action. Now we can zoom in there. Okay, now it's looking just fine. Let's see. Wow. Rip. Yeah, we're not going to be talking about stuff you would understand, really. With specific, like, oh, they're going to attack here. Oh, they're going to attack there.
I have returned with food.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the last call I'm getting for the night, but no promises.
Okay. So, I just thought of an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia versus West Virginia.
That'd be pretty cool.
Let's do it. That's our scenario.
Let's do it.
We need to figure out where, like, a basic starting point. And I just found one.
Oh.
So there's this little area of Virginia. Look up, Rich Creek, Virginia.
Rich? Is it like Rich? R-I-C-H?
Yeah. And then Creek. Okay, are you there?
Zooming in there.
Okay, so you see how the border kind of goes up a little bit and briefly leaves this mountain chain?
Yeah.
Let's say that's how it starts. West Virginia wants it to be straighter and everything blows up. So, let's say this is where it starts and then we'll just let it expand from here, I think. So how would it begin specifically? There are 3 ways into this area. There's the way from Virginia with Highway 460. There's US 720, not US, State Route 729 that goes into Peterstown, and then you have Highway 460 turning to Glen Lynn. That's a weird name. I think, all things considered, I think most of the attack, like the West Virginia attack, would come from Princeton, because that's a pretty big town.
Let me find Princeton.
Okay.
I see, like, the Rich Creek area is Glenlyn, Rich Creek, and Peterstown.
Okay, yeah. Follow Highway 460 a little bit and you'll get to Princeton. Follow it west.
Gotcha. Highway 460, follow it west. Gotcha.
Yep. A little bit, and then once you get to routes, Interstate 77, that interchange right there is pretty much where Princeton is.
Found it.
Yep. So I think just by judging by the size of that town, I think an attack going down Highway 460 would be the most likely way.
Easily.
However, on the other hand, Virginia, if they're smart, might be expecting something like that. And plus that bypass, that passage that Highway 460 goes down. If you look like at the terrain, if you go down and level your camera out, that's a very much a bottleneck. Virginia, if they play their cards right, they could literally just sit troops right there on the other side of that little creek that the border is on. They can just lay some troops on the other side, and they just have a bottleneck, and they can just hold off no matter how many forces there are.
I don't think we're looking at the same Princeton. Hold up.
Princeton, West Virginia.
Yeah, it's not very near the Rich Creek area, I don't think.
It's not, but it's relatively close, all things considered.
Is it near Bluefield?
Bluefield, where's Bluefield?
It's
it is near Bluefield.
Okay, yeah, then we're looking at the same thing.
Okay. So if you followed Highway 460 to Glen Lynn, I think what would happen is Virginia, they could post troops. Ooh. Look at this. Should I share screens with you, mate? No. Because I'm live streaming. So Glen Lynn is pretty much on a plateau. If you look at it. Do you see it?
The entrance to Glen Lynn is basically it's a valley for 460. If that's what you were.
460 goes straight through a valley, and West Virginia would probably have to attack through here as a main force.
Yeah.
There's not really much else they could do. So they're going to be bottlenecked. Virginia has Glen Lynn. That would be the first major obstacle in this theater, because Glen Lynn, if you look at it, is actually on a bit of a plateau. So they can just place their troops up here in a line and just fire as thousands of West Virginia troops try to come down Glen Lyn. Or come down the valley.
And worst comes to worst, and if they don't use the plateau, okay, so you see the little, it's like a higher elevated plateau with I think there's like Interstate 704.
Interstate 704?
I don't think it's an interstate, I'm not sure. It's just a road that has the 704 symbol on it.
Is it a circle?
Mm-hmm.
That's a state route.
Well, Route 704, that plateau looks, I'm not sure, higher elevated. At least the one with the little southeast section. Not southeast, like northwest, I want to say.
I'm looking for it. Oh, 704. Oh, I see. I think I see what you're talking about.
On White Avenue, do you see how it's like a bit more higher elevated than the rest of the surrounding land?
White, hold on. White Avenue?
Yeah.
Dang it, I see Pinecrest Drive, but... Where's White?
Let me level out my...
Oh, I see. I just found it. White Avenue.
Yeah, you see it? How it hooks around?
Yeah.
You see how it's like higher elevated than the rest of the land? You can put long-range howitzers and artillery up there to back up the troops that would be posted at Glen Lyn. And then that would just mop up every soldier in that valley.
Hold on, my Google Earth is being dumb. Okay. You could. Actually, that's perfect, too, because that hook, that entire hook, past those... Okay, so if you zoom in closely, White Avenue starts at Highway 704.
Where's... oh my... Oh, you're right.
So, you go there's some trees as you're going down White Avenue. And then there's a house, and then the pavement ends.
Yeah.
Everything past that, the entire hook, in other words, is all private. Which would play to the advantage of the howitzers, because then they're not necessarily, disturbing civilian traffic nearly as much. At least with their placing. Which means that...
I feel like there was artillery and troop placements going to completely massacre soldiers in the valley. I don't think civilian unrest, something like that, would be the biggest issue.
Yeah, that wouldn't, but I'm still saying that's private property, which means that's even better.
Yeah, that is a really good point, though.
Yeah. That is a really good play. They could place howitzers and cannons on that, literally on the road, kinda, because you can kinda see the road, but it's like dirt and like one of those like little tractor things that you sometimes see in the woods. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. They
and that would play more than the...
They could use that road to line their howitzers, like specifically. It's like you could have a howitzer like. Oh, they have a pool. Interesting.
Nice.
A little bit to the northwest of the pool, just slightly. There's a tree. They could place a howitzer right there, and then they can just use the road from there to like line like 5 or 6 howitzers along that road, along that hook.
And another thing that they can do is that if they know that the howitzers are going to fall, which I doubt that they would, because you see that little valley in between Glen Lyn and I'm just going to call that White Plateau.
White Plateau? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's what.
That'd be a good ambush point, actually.
Yeah, because if they do go down, I think that's like, what is it if it's a rectangle?
I don't know. Ravine?
No, like the street icon if it's a rectangle.
Oh, I think that's just county or something. I don't know for sure though. I think it's. I just say
T704.
T704.
Yeah. Like from there, and then if they know that they're coming from there, they can either fortify that, which would put massive numbers to and from. Like, if they're trying to capture it, they can do that, or they can go through the valley between Glen Lyn and the White Plateau, and it would just be a massacre, just period.
Yeah, they could place a ton of houses along White Plateau. Also, if you look at this, T1303 Pinecrest Lane, if you place some right at the end of that, it doesn't show it with the basic labels, but if you zoom in, the road actually curves north. Which is confusing, by the way, with the labels, because Wright Avenue is mapped, even though that's very much dirt and private, yet this is a paved road, and yet it's not mapped. But, anyway, at the very end of that, they could place more howitzers here, and that would pretty much cover the entire valley. And then to bridge that gap, you do have that ravine, but you can have like infantry coming on the sides and stuff in case West Virginia managed to get up there. In the end, I don't believe West Virginia could really win a battle like in those conditions. However, I do want to...
Mainly I like Glen.
Huh?
So, at Glen Lyn, my southern nose makes it difficult to pronounce anything. They'd get slaughtered. However, I feel like they would know that. If they were competent leaders, period.
If they were competent, they would know that. So let's see if there's anything around here that could let them bypass Glen Lyn. Because there might be. There's a railroad, but the railroad can just get destroyed.
Yeah.
That's kind of in the same boat.
Peterstown would be their biggest issue here. Hold on, I gotta go throw away my stuff.
There really isn't anything they can do because the only bridge in that area is Glen Lyn. They have to go through that valley if they try to take Glen Lyn. There's no way around it. And no matter what they do, they have to massacre men going through that valley so they could serve as a distraction for Peterstown. There's no way they're going to get Glen Lyn unless they just keep coming and they just keep coming and they eventually get lucky. That's the only way they could really do it. So I would say Glen Lyn, in the end, would be a Virginia victory. Let's see. We're not talking about World War III. We're talking about Virginia versus West Virginia. Leah is not here. Minecraft or Overwatch, that is up to you. Okay. Ooh, okay. I just noticed something. One of my crazy stories. I don't have crazy stories. I'm not that person. I don't do those. Okay. Oh, Merry Christmas to you too.
Last time I'm gonna be leaving for a bit.
Okay.
My brother's sick, so I have to let the dogs out and all that.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Are you actually back, or are you just here for a sec?
I am back.
Okay.
In black, but not in black.
Okay. So I noticed something.
Yes.
Look at Glen Lynn.
Yes.
Do you see Highway 648 going out northwards?
I do.
Follow that road. Just keep following it.
That goes to 649.
It goes to 649. Follow 649.
Yes. It's just following the creek.
It's following the river.
Yeah.
But look where it goes.
It then crosses.
No, it doesn't cross the creek.
Does it take like a full right turn? Or like 90-degree turn to the west, northwest-ish?
Yeah.
Follow that.
Yep.
It goes to Lovern. That's
Yep,
not very
Lovern.
populated. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That road could seriously bite Virginia or West Virginia in the ass. Because that Lovern, if you keep following those roads, I haven't followed them all the way, but those roads will eventually take you to other roads and stuff. If you follow them right, you'll get to Athens. Those roads connect to other places within West Virginia, which means that troops could come down this road and outflank the Virginians at Glen Lynn.
Wow.
Yeah. However, that
Man,
isn't.
tactics is confusing.
you see what I'm talking about though.
I see what you're referring to though.
And it also allows, if you look at this, there's another road. There's like a small valley. From 460 over down to this road that kind of bypasses Glen Lynn. Although that valley ends at the river and they'd have to go to Glen Lynn to cross anyway. So that's why I didn't mention it until now. But following that also means West Virginia has communication. This force here of West Virginia would be able to have communication with areas like Lovern and these other areas where they could get more troops up and make a flank attack. And they could command it from over here where the main force
It would be
is.
complicated, but it would definitely work.
Main force is because of that communication line. Yeah, it would be very complicated, but it would work. However, there is one stop Virginia could do, and it's a very easy one. There's a third small note I showed you where the second place of houses were at the end of at T1303.
Looking at it, yes.
Okay, follow that to the other side. There's like this empty lot. Do you see it?
Yeah.
That empty lot is another plateau type thing. You could just place some howitzers on that, and that would just cover that entire area, and that would prevent. Yeah. So, even if that happened.
Jeez, Virginia and West Virginia are really mountainous.
So that's kind of why I chose it.
Yeah.
Because mountains are fun.
And mountains screw over everybody. Ain't no one safe.
Yeah. And it kind of keeps us in a specific area so we don't have to deal with, oh, there's something take 5 miles over there that now we have to look at suddenly. All the time. So in the end, Glen Lynn will still definitely be Virginia. However, that is something that I could actually see. Even if you're competent, I actually could see that being something that you miss. That is kind of a hard to spot thing. I would have missed it, and I would have missed it for a while until it was almost
so minor,
too late.
And they're also hidden by all the forests and mountains.
They're so minor, nobody would really care for them. That's why that would actually be a very clever way for West Virginia to win. Again, Virginia does have a very easy stopping mechanism, so it's not that big of a deal. But again, that is something that even a competent commander could easily miss.
There's another thing.
So that is a way that West Virginia could possibly win Glen Lynn.
So you see on the other side of the river from Glen Lynn? I feel like, you see that empty lot with the buildings, that weird goggle-shaped looking track?
Goggle-shaped looking track?
Yeah, on the other side of the creek.
I'm on the other side of the river.
Yep, the north side. I'm thinking that if they could get little gunboats armed with explosives, they could topple that bridge. And as easily avoidable, yet minor as it may seem, they're cutting off Interstate 46. 460.
That's not an interstate. That's just a highway.
Well, highway, whatever it is, but it could be made. It's like could be major.
That they could.
And it's a bridge getting taken down. That's gonna screw up anybody.
That would screw up both sides horribly. That they wouldn't do that because that would screw them up too, like horribly. Because Glen Lynn, if they can cut communication like that, and that would make Glen Lynn easier to capture. And at that point, I would actually say West Virginia would probably win that one. But here's the thing: suddenly they can't cross the river at all. Not without rebuilding the bridge.
Fair enough.
And that would take a long time to do.
Unless you're Caesar.
Yeah. So that's why they wouldn't do something like that. So I don't think that they would do that.
That's the issue with major bridges. It screws up both sides, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah. There's always something that both sides could do horribly wrong.
Looking on the street view now, Glen Lynn is a very factorial. That's a word, right?
Factorial? I don't know what that means.
It's 90% factories. Because if you go on the road view, street view, and then go on the... Why am I underneath the road? Then go on the bridge, there are two huge factories. Well, they use just a big one.
So if West Virginia managed to capture Glen Lynn...
Then... See, but it looks abandoned, doesn't it? Because look how run down that one major smoke pipe thing is. Behind the brick building.
Where is this?
I'll share screen.
Don't share screens, don't share screens.
It's if you street view on the bridge and then go towards Glen Lynn.
I'm trying to street view on the bridge.
The highway 460.
Yeah, I know. And then go towards Glen Lynn and there's a giant smokestack. I see the smokestack. I see the factory.
Yeah, you see the... It looks run down, doesn't it? Like abandoned. But no, there are cars up. Huh. That's slightly confusing.
But at the same time, there aren't that many cars.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's weird.
It might be partially abandoned, but not completely.
If it isn't abandoned, then taking that down would deliver a blow no matter what that industry is. But if it is abandoned, taking it down would still be a blow. Because that's a place for storage, for regrouping, for, like, local, like, in-field hospitalization.
And we also need to keep in track airplanes are a thing.
Yeah.
They could easily bomb the heck out of Glen Lynn and just destroy everything.
That would also work. I feel like that's something that they definitely do.
That is probably... If West Virginia had a real shot of winning this, that would be it.
Yeah.
Aircraft. Air control.
We love our airborne explosives, we do.
And no matter what, the area would be devastated, and that would still cause a lot of damage.
Yeah,
so Glen... I still stand by our original verdict that Glen Lynn is a West Virginia defeat.
Yeah.
Just for all intents and purposes. However, I will admit that it would be a pirate victory of sorts because Virginia would still lose a lot of resources in the defense.
And a whole lot of focus and like time would be spent on it.
Yeah,
Glen Lynn is a kind of place where it could be defended with few men, but it needs to be really organized and focused.
Yeah, and because of how big of a situation that would be, that would be a very critical battle of the war. At least in this theater. Which means there probably would be quite a few men here.
And that's assuming they either go for... And that's assuming if they even go for Glen Lynn. Like you said, they could just send an aircraft and just raise it to the ground.
They could, but I'm still... Let's go with the original verdict that it's a Virginia victory. Because I already know what the next battle would be. And I don't want to have to change it.
That'd be key.
The idea is that Glen Lynn would be a distraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would make a major attack against Glen Lynn for that distraction. However, the main attack would be across the border at Peterstown.
That's what I'm saying. Because, like, the Peterstown is the big place.
Peterstown's a big place, and there's actually, all things considered, whoa, okay. Google Earth just sent me flying into the Pacific Ocean. What the fuck? Alright, zooming back in. Peterstown. If you look at it, Peterstown is actually really flat compared to the rest of the area. So this isn't, mountains aren't a big issue. So,
one issue with Peterstown on the ice sea is that large scale movements would be very screwed over. I feel like Peterstown would either be a huge bombardment bombing, or it'd be mostly town to town fighting. Because look how spread out and stuff it is. That could either make large scale movements really good, or screwed over easily.
well, look at it too. Peterstown is on the West Virginia side. So that means Virginia, the West Virginia are the attackers in this situation. So the battle would actually be in Peterstown. Like in Glen Lynn, it wouldn't be in Glen. And there it would be within Glen Lynn City. This one would actually be in the rural area in between Rich Creek and Peterstown. Probably closer to Peterstown, though.
Yeah.
So it would be in the...
that Virginia doesn't go on the offensive in this situation.
Not in this situation. But, Peterstown, it would be outside of Peterstown. Peterstown itself we wouldn't have to worry about too much, except maybe they could place some howitzers as a fallback, or reserves could be on this river, or this little creek here. But otherwise, most of the fighting, I'm pretty sure, would be up that little ridge, and would be near, like...
I feel like the fighting would be more in Rich Creek than Peterstown.
Let's give it the middle.
Yeah.
About the middle. So you see like those two red buildings?
Question mark?
The red roof buildings right off of the main highway, the yellow one.
The right off of Highway 729?
Yeah, 729, 219.
I see a big red roof and a small red roof.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like around there, maybe specifically a little bit to the east of the small red roof, or a little bit to the west of the small, well, a little bit to the southwest of the small red roof would be where most of the fighting would be. So like around that big black.
Yeah, where that big lot is.
Yeah, like around the big lot, black building area. I feel like that would be about it, this region. So, how would this battle go?
That depends on how we're looking at it. Cause
all intents considered, the main highway runs through a ravine. Actually, this might be a West Virginia victory, no matter how you look at it. Because Highway 219 runs through a ravine. So, West Virginia could literally just put troops on the sides, here on the cliff sides, and just fire down.
I'm going to street view. Is it actually a ravine? It is.
Yeah. They could just place troops here along the sides, here in the cemetery and on the other side, and just fire down and boom.
Huh.
No matter what they do. However, the catch is that they have to be here first.
Yeah.
And considering... And
I
don't believe...
hard, that could be a landslide victory.
If they could get there first, that would be a landslide victory. Peterstown would be secure, and I think they'd even be able to get Rich Creek like that, because that would be a full retreat out of Rich Creek. They would have won this entire area.
If they don't get there, then you see that mountain northwest of it? Fortify that, you got that entire area on lockdown. Because it looks over, depending on how, if you have like long-range missiles, well, quote-unquote long-range, then it's looking over Peterstown and Rich Creek.
Yeah, I see one that's to the northeast. Is that what you're talking about? It's a giant mountain.
Yeah, it's a giant mountain. It's like in between Rich Creek and Peterstown.
Yeah, I think, I was looking at the big peak, which is northeast. of the ravine?
I'm talking about in the northwest area.
So...
Route 789, I think that is. Ha! 789 runs up to it. And there's a big line through it where power lines are draped through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could get that and fortify it with long-range artillery, and there's a general base of operations, you got most of that area on lockdown.
Yeah, if you, especially with the power lines, that's clear. That's a clear line of fire right there. You've got a good area on lockdown if you can get to this mountain. So that's a good point. But like I said, it's all, like you said, I think you're the person. In all reality, West Virginia will probably already have the ravine to their backs by the time, or Virginia will already have the ravine to their back. So they'd probably be around the lot, around the black building near the lot. And I feel like that's where the main battle would be on the hills below. But yeah, I do say leaning towards this mountain here because that mountain is very important.
Yeah, but like I said, like you said, it's all about timing.
I don't think they'd be at the top because I'm honestly not sure they could get that too many stuff up there just because of how steep it is.
Unless it's in helicopters.
Unless they do airdrops and stuff or take it out through helicopters. They could do that. But
however, the power lines would screw up any rotor.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. So I think most of the fighting would actually be on the slope here where the grass is all cleared out and everything.
Yeah.
But still to the north of the main highway. So I feel like that's where the main battle would be. And at that point it'd actually be a very even battle. No matter how you look at it, because there is this little ridge here that Virginia could take, and that would give them actually give them the high ground, and let them pretty much fire down on no matter who tries to take them out.
Yeah. Which
would give Virginia the victory if they based themselves along that little high ground there. However, there's also a second ridge that West Virginia could take. I think in the end, honestly, this entire battle comes down to, the battle itself comes down to artillery. Whose artillery is more accurate. Because there's two different ridges, and they're just far enough away where they might have to use artillery and snipers. So I think it would just come down to whose fire is more accurate. Because they're going to wind up generally staying on those two ridges and fighting between those. If you think about it. However, because likely this battle would just stalemate, we also have to consider the fact that there's also the battle at Glen Lyn happening. So Glen Lyn, if it is,
it turns into whoever takes Glen.
It turns into how successful Glen Lyn is as a distraction. If it's successful, West Virginia has it in the bag. If it's not successful, and they know about the bluff,
then they're screwed.
Then it's going to be a hard fight for Virginia, but Virginia would win. So that really comes down to a big if, Glen Lyn. So
without Glen Lyn, it's a stalemate. There's no decided victory.
Without Glen Lyn, it's pretty much a stalemate. Although I would say Virginia's ridge is probably is a little bit taller than West Virginia's, which would give them an advantage.
It's over, Anakin.
Virginia
has a high ground.
It would give them a slight advantage. However, we also have to keep in mind again, Glen Lyn is a distraction. So that one's a big if. Do we wanna say
no.
Glen? Huh?
Yeah, for Battle of whatever this would be, Rich Peterstown. That's a stalemate.
Yeah. Peterstown. How do we want to declare it? Do we want to say that Glen Lyn is a successful victory or a successful distraction? Or do we want to say that Glen Lyn doesn't work as a distraction?
Hold on, I want to get rid of this freaking Princeton's bothering me.
Okay.
Glenlyn is successful as distraction or battle. See,
Distraction, because as a battle, we've already said that Virginia has it in the bag.
as a
Yeah.
distraction,
That's the big if.
I'd say if it's West Virginia's distraction, that's way too costly.
It's very costly for West Virginia as a distraction. However,
If it does succeed, then it could just be worth it.
the payoff is The payoff is worth it if it succeeds. That's the question. Does it succeed? Does it not succeed? I actually say, if we look at it, I actually say probably not really, which would mean that Virginia would, which would mean that this would be a very hard fought battle, but I think in the end Virginia would have it in the bag. How do you think it would work out?
In terms of battle, West Virginia's screwed. That'd be a big victory on Virginia's part. In terms of distraction,
Yeah, distraction is the question.
because it depends on how they pull it off on the opposite end of the spectrum. If they can move with lightning speed, hit hard, hit fast, then it'd be a big payoff. However, if they move more slowly and they don't get through, then Glenlyn would be too costly of a distraction, and it'd be unsuccessful in that part.
Here's the thing. Here's the best way West Virginia could handle this situation. They attack Glenlyn first, because Virginia is going to have guys on both ends, no matter what. Those are two big roads. They attack Glenlyn first and keep the attack from Peter. Actually, they move their troops away from Peterstown up to like Ballard or something, further up north. That way, and have a massive attack for Glenlyn to make Virginia move their troops away from the Peterstown area over towards Glenlyn, thinking, okay, they're good. But then, after a few days, the attack from Peterstown comes down. That's the best way to do it.
That'd be a I wouldn't say landslide, because Glenlyn, like you said, costly, but it'd be a huge victory on West Virginia's part.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I want to say...
Oh, this whole area is one big what if.
It is one big what if. I want to say it works to an extent because of how close they are. Like, they wait a few days, so they do move their troops over and everything, like we're talking about. And then that attack comes, so they're able to move a lot of their troops back. But, at that point, they've probably already pushed past, a little ways past the bridges. I want to say it's a very hard fought battle, very hard fought, but in the end, West Virginia breaks through. But it's like basically the cost was almost as much as the victory was worth.
It's basically Pyrrhic, I think it's pronounced victory.
Not Pyrrhic, because Pyrrhic means the victory was a worse situation than the defeat.
Oh, okay.
That's what Pyrrhic means. Like, Pyrrhic directly means you lose more than the other. You lose more in the attack than the other guy does. You take the territory, but that is it. You've lost all of your momentum. You've lost all your troops. You basically can't hold it. So basically, your victory was worse than your defeat. It's pretty much what Pyrrhic is. So I wouldn't say Pyrrhic, but I want to say it's about... They win the territory, but...
It's all about how they recover from it.
Yeah, they win the territory, but they're very much slowed, and pretty much the victory is almost not worth it at all. Pretty much it's nearly impossible. Basically, it's a victory, but they lose a shit ton, and it's pretty much not worth it. So yeah, Pyrrhic victory would say. Pyrrhic victory, it does work there. I'm sorry. That would be a Pyrrhic victory.
And then looking at a more wide view, they would need to take both if they're going to secure Highway 460.
Yeah, and then they would need to take Rich Creek.
Because
However,
no matter where they attack, victory or defeat, they need a victory on both sides if they're to have that momentum to be able to shoot down.
No. They wouldn't. They wouldn't need a victory at Glen Lyn. They wouldn't. Because if they get a victory here at Peterstown, they can push into Rich Creek and cut off Glen Lyn from the rest of Virginia. And then they'd be completely surrounded. They'd be completely surrounded, and at that point, it would still be a fairly long siege, but at that point, Virginia is doomed, no matter what. Which means that if Peterstown wins, Virginia would have to evacuate Glen Lyn, and they'd probably have to leave Rich Creek too because of the losses they've attained, which would mean that in the end, West Virginia would win this entire area. Pretty much it all comes down to, does Glen Lyn work as a distraction? If it does, then West Virginia wins the entire area. Otherwise, Virginia should be able to keep it, but barely. It'd be a very tough battle.
And there's another thing.
No matter what.
That's assuming. Okay, I'm thinking of a Battle of Kursk situation here. It's a bit on a way bigger scale, but it could be done depending on the forces they have.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the Battle of Kursk was basically just cut off between the two and then surround it?
Mm-hmm.
If they do that, they could, if they take the roads, starve Petersburg and Glen Lyn and Rich Creek. It would be very hard to keep territories that's so stretched out, flat, forested, and mountainous at the same time, all rolled into one. If they do reach it, that is one big blow to Glen Lyn and Rich Creek, just in general.
That's what I'm saying. If Glen Lyn is a successful distraction, West Virginia wins here and takes Rich Creek. And because of that, Glen Lyn is trapped. They can't go. They can't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Best case scenario is that West Virginia, it doesn't work as a distraction, and Virginia is able to keep it, but barely, and it kind of just turns into trench warfare for the rest of the war around this area. Between Peterstown and Rich Creek. However, no matter what happens, eventually, if you think about it, because it's either a stalemate or a West Virginia victory, what we're looking at here. If it's a stalemate, Virginia is going to have to move from Glen Lyn, eventually, to try to keep fighting here. But what's the point from moving from Glen Lyn? Because they're going to keep taking Glen Lyn, and eventually, no matter what you do, you're going to have to eventually move from Glen Lyn. You can't stay there forever.
If you lose Glen Lyn, you're screwed. If you keep Glen Lyn, you're screwed, but in a slower move.
If Glen Lyn doesn't work as a distraction, no matter what you do, you're screwed. If Glen Lyn does not work as a distraction, then you're still screwed. You'll still lose it, but you'll have it for a lot longer, and you'll cause so much damage to West Virginia that will pretty much be it. They can't move to Narrows, and they cannot advance at all from there. But no matter what you do, in the end, West Virginia will take it, because Glen Lyn. If this turns into a stalemate, worst case scenario for West Virginia, this turns into a stalemate. Virginia eventually, they can stand there for years, but eventually they will have to move from Glen Lyn to reinforce Peterstown and everything. However, what's the point? Because now Glen Lyn is taken, they can just move down 460, take Rich Creek. You're going to be hit from two sides at Rich Creek, and that's just not a feasible situation to be in. Because you have all of these mountains surrounding Rich Creek. Rich Creek is in a valley, pretty much. And it's a valley that people could easily put stuff up on these hills and just bombard the town. It's not really defendable. So in the end, there wouldn't really be a battle of Rich Creek, really. It'd be Peterstown and Glen Lyn. Glen Lyn falls, they can't really hold Rich Creek. There might be a brief battle with people here on the hills. Rich Creek still is going to wind up falling really quickly, and then they have to fall back to Narrows. But they're going to be so exhausted if it was a victory, if it was a stalemate, that they will not be able to push through at all. If it wasn't pushed through this mountain at all, if it wasn't a stalemate and it does turn out to be a successful distraction, they might be able to push through the Narrows, but still, that's very grueling warfare and just slow down, and they'd probably... Narrows stands a really good chance of being defended, because that's a pretty well defended area. I think for now we'll leave it at that, especially because we need to end off the stream. But
that took way longer than I thought it would.
But it was such a big if, though, and we had to figure out the what if.
Yeah.
We finally figured it out. West Virginia would win, but we can't really do anything else because that took almost an hour on its own just to figure out that one little area. And we haven't even looked at Bluefield and all of these other crossings that would see fighting.
Yeah. And like you said, if you keep Glen Lynn, you can't keep Glen Lynn. It's going to be grinding, bloody, and then if they do take Glen Lynn and Rich Creek and move down to Narrows, the Battle of Glen and Peterstown would take so long, that would have a chance to be reinforced.
There wouldn't really be a Battle of Narrows. Most likely, there wouldn't really be a Battle of Narrows at all because they would just decide it's not worth it. But if there was a Battle of Narrows, Narrows is so easily defended that, like, you can just place people around here along this river. You can have people here, like howitzers and stuff, and it would be pretty much Glen Lynn Part 2. Just fire down the river, kill them as they come along. You have a really good bottleneck going against them.
Yeah, it's basically is you keep it and you win, or you don't keep it and you screw.
For Virginia, you're screwed either way, but it pretty much the Battle of Narrows kind of depends on it. But Narrows would be a Virginia victory because it's way too easily defended, and I think West Virginia would probably realize that it would be a complete stalemate. So I think after this campaign, that would pretty much be it here for a really long time, at least until they can build up stuff again, no matter what they do. There could be some attack.
Such a small slice of territory, dear Lord.
That'd be such a big campaign, really severe. But yeah, it would be most likely there would not be a battle. There would be a Battle of Glen Lynn, a Battle of Peterstown, obviously. There would not be a Rich Creek, because if there is, it would be very short and it would be a complete catastrophe for Virginia. Narrows, because of all of this other stuff, there would no way be a Battle of Narrows, and if there was, it would be a complete catastrophe for West Virginia. Until they have so many more. They'd have to have another section open, like they'd have to actually push down through Bluefield and push down a good ways and then hit Narrows from the side. But that's an entirely separate campaign. Narrows would either see skirmishing and a few attacks here and there, but
how would I get rid of them, Mark?
Any initial battle of I don't know. Just close it.
Yeah, close it.
I don't know.
I just realized. Oh my God! I just realized how small of a thing the Glen area really is.
It's so tiny.
It's so tiny that our entire plan could just be screwed over if some bigger, better attack happens on any other part of that territory.
Yeah, like if you look at Highway 61, it goes all the way down this mountain chain to Bluefield, which means that West Virginia, if they push through Bluefield and come down here, they can just take 61, take Narrows, and boom, they're rolling. They got the momentum, they will keep the momentum. But again, they still have to take Glen Lynn, Peterstown, all that stuff, which would be literal hell to go through. And we've already discussed, there wouldn't be a Battle of Narrows. If there was, it would be a complete catastrophe for a long time until they can take Bluefield and they can push down here. So, after this stuff falls, which would be a very tough Pirate victory for West Virginia, it would be a complete stalemate for a long time until other fronts allow for a continuation of this front, pretty much. That's kind of the final verdict is, let's say that's our final verdict. Glen Lynn would fall eventually. This area would eventually fall, but it would be an intense, slow grind and a very Pirate victory. And then the Narrows be, and then there just would not be a Battle of Narrows at all for a long time. So that's our
If there is.
verdict. That's our final verdict, and that's how we'll leave it at. So that is it for this live stream. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be a Minecraft Let's Play actually coming out tonight, starting tonight, and then we'll do it over the rest of these days. It's an 8-parter. And we might actually start recording Corona Trials, maybe, sometime soon, like tomorrow or something, I don't know. Just to start doing it for kicks and giggles. But, yeah, that's it for this live stream. Do you have any last words?
Buy our music.
Buy your music. That is a good thing. So, yeah. My name is Blue Emerald signing off. Good night, everybody.